friends, welcome back to my channel. It is time for us to do sort of a collective haul. There are some things that I picked up over the past month or so that I thought I would go ahead and share with you. The first thing I have is a wax order. I placed an order a pretty long time ago on the Bathing Garden. They're one of the last vendors I really wanted to try, and I've tried to purchase Bathing Garden D-stashes, but I've never been able to come across a D-stash where I could find enough variety of scents that I wanted. So I figured I would just place an order on the actual website. The turnaround time is a month. Even things that are already made, she still says it'll take a month. So it did take a month for me to get things here, but first off, everything was very beautifully wrapped in individual tissue paper, which was really nice, and her melts are gorgeous. I knew that they were gorgeous by looking at just the pictures on her website, but in person, they do not disappoint. The first one that I got was something called Lobly, or maybe it's Lovely, I don't know, the cursive kind of has me a little bit thrown off, but absolutely so nicely done, two-tone colored wax. This smells exactly like Lush's Rose Jam, which I love that scent, and I know that there are a lot of vendors that do this scent out there, but I've not picked one up before, so I wanted to see if I actually would like this as a scent to have around the apartment, so I'm looking forward to melting this. I also grabbed Cinnamon Jingle, which so cute, the little wax pretzel. It looks like a real pretzel in here. This I'm actually surprised I grabbed this, but this to me, I wanted to see if it would be anything like the cinnamon pretzel twist candle that Bath & Body Works came out with. I'm not a big cinnamon fan unless it's a baker's cinnamon. And this on cold smells a lot like that candle, so I want to try to actually see how they compare to each other. I also grabbed Bah Humbug. This, I'm not exactly sure how the decoration matches with the Scrooge theme, but this is just your general balsam fir type scent, which I'm all about. I also grabbed chestnuts and pine cones. This actually has pieces of dried, I don't know if this is fruit or just general clove, but it smells really, really good. I really was interested in her Christmas scents, even though they were kind of as a last chance going out of stock for the year. Then there was hot chocolate with marshmallow and peppermint. I'm still trying to find a wax version of the hot cocoa and cream. This has potential, so we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna melt this anytime soon because we're finally starting to get warm weather and I'm starting to lose interest in my wintry scents, but definitely will hold on to it, if not this year, for next year to use. Last one I bought before we get into the samples was Bubblegum Dreams. I was really intrigued by bubblegum scents when Bath & Body Works came out with the candles, but when I smelled them, I wasn't totally convinced I'd want them, but for some reason this really pretty packaging pulled me in. It smells just like bazooka bubblegum, so we'll find out if I actually like a scent like this when I go to melt it. And then for the samples, I got a Queen's Decree. I got Marshmallow Frosted Mango Tangerine, and I got Vanilla Mint Jam. I feel like these were really generous, 3 samples to throw in because my order wasn't that big, but maybe she threw kindness at me because I was buying a lot of products that were really just on their way out before she switched over to collections that were more for the spring and summer. The next place I made an order was just a small purchase from Sephora. I was hunting around to look at the Marvis toothpaste that I recently included in a trash talk, and I was finding it on Amazon, and then I came across this little flavor collection, which basically I think was probably a Christmas collection that they had. It wasn't on a discounted price, but compared to the full-size prices, it was a pretty good steal. I've taken 2 of these out because Ben and I are actually using them. So this came with whitening licorice mint, which we're currently using, jasmine mint, ginger mint, classic mint, cinnamon mint, aquatic mint, which I'm currently using. I didn't like licorice mint, and I don't think I would like cinnamon mint, so I'm planning on having Ben use those. So I grabbed it just to try to be able to see if I would like any other flavors. I'm still not convinced if we would keep buying these outside of this, but I was pulled in by cute little mini sizes, so I'll report back in my trash talks. And along with that, I was able to cash in some freebie points and also get some other sample stuff. So I got the Glam Glow Super Cleanse Clearing Cream to Foam Cleanser. I also got the Urban Decay Primer Potion in a nice little sample here because I am getting low on my eyeshadow primers. And then lastly, I cashed in a 100-point perk for the Sephora Mud Mask Purifying and Mattifying. This was like such a nice compromise for me because I don't need masks. I really truly don't, but you guys know I'm addicted to them. And this will definitely stop me from buying the full size during the Sephora upcoming VIB sale. So definitely happy to have a pot of this because this is hands down one of my favorite clarifying masks. So if you're in the market for one, pick this up. Full size or 100-point perk sample because you'll love it the way I do. I also recently went to CVS and did some couponing and got most of this makeup for very little, if not mostly free. I grabbed some in-press nails because I'm addicted. I got these really pretty, like almost, they remind me of Japanese cherry blossoms, even though they're not, but I just really liked these a lot. I thought they were really beautiful for springtime. And then I also really liked these purple ones. I haven't seen this type of like matte dual chrome combo, and I like purple a lot, so I definitely wanted to grab these. I also came across a new display at my CVS. This is the RK by Kiss. Now Kiss makes my Impress nails and they also have their own Kiss branded nails. And I know that they also have a few other items, but now they have a full like makeup display. And their makeup is really, really cheap. I wanted to pick up a few other products, but I didn't, I resisted. I only picked up the 24-hour eyeshadow magic. This looks a lot like the Urban Decay primer potion. So I wanted to see how this would compared to like a $20 product versus a $3 product. So I'll report back to you guys on this a dupe or not, but there is a lot of makeup there. I'm surprised I haven't started to see more reviews jump up on YouTube about this brand because it's all over all the CVS's I've been to in the past like few weeks in the area. And then lastly, I grabbed the Total Temptation Maybelline mascara. Some of you guys recommended this to me, and I am just a mascara trying junkie, so I had to get this. I finally had a coupon plus a sale, so this is basically free. Thought I would go ahead and grab it. I have a couple of like one-off random items. First thing I have is the Boscia Detoxifying Black Cleanser. I picked this up. This is only $10. There is in Maine something called Martin's, which basically the premise of the store is they buy from other stores that are going out of business or have had like problems and need to sell their stock. So they buy it and then sell it for a cheaper price. So I came across this, and I don't necessarily love a lot of their products, but I've heard decent things about this, so I thought I would go ahead and try it. I'm someone who struggles with occasionally breakouts, but more often I just typically have like blackheads and that type of skin problems. So I thought this would be a good kind of cleanser to try. I also had a coupon for a free hand cream from Bath & Body Works. So I got the Tiare. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Hand cream. They don't really describe the scent on the back here, but it smelled pretty good. It just has like a general like clean soap kind of scent to it, which is pretty neutral. So I figured this would be good to have for me at school because sometimes heavily fragrant stuff can be a little offensive to some students. Some students love it. So that's gonna be like a pretty middle of the road type of hand cream to have on my desk. I also placed an order for Colorpop. I have been wanting, since they released them, so for a while, to try the pressed shadows, but I've never pulled the trigger on any of their pre-made palettes because I'm always like, I don't necessarily need them, or there aren't enough colors that I'm really in love with. But they were finally doing a special where you could get a free palette and shadows. I think it was for like $12 maybe. And that to me, I was like, well, that seems like a good price. Why don't you try hunting around? So I did. I ended up making my own little palette, and you guys will notice when I show you these shades that they are all very specific in nature. I was looking for lid colors because I have come to find that in my eyeshadow collection, like yes, I do have plenty of other lid colors, but I notice in palettes, I tend to wipe out lid colors really fast. And I was thinking in particular of my The Rock Mega Pro palette. I'm going to eventually run out of decent everyday, like no-brainer lid colors. So this would be a good time to kind of quell my desire to try the Colourpop shadows, but also have a reasonable expectation for how to use the shadows that I'm bringing in. I also grabbed this one. I couldn't get down to 4, had to get 5. The last one was Celestial. I didn't put this in the palette because, to be honest, If I had seen this in person, I probably wouldn't have gotten it compared to these four. I'm really happy with these four, so I have no regrets. I'm looking forward to testing these out. They swatch really nicely, but I haven't put them on my eyes yet because I won't actually use them until I have a need for them when I'm through more of the Lorac Mega Pro palette, which is helping keep me focused. However, along the same lines, I wanted to get free shipping, so I added 2 of the No Filter concealers in the shade Light Neutral, which is the shade that I use. I'm almost out of the one that I have, and I figured I like it enough, may as well just get 2 while I'm there. And then I also got an ultra glossy lip. I really wanted to try their lip glosses. I kind of regret the color that I got. I'm really bad at picking shades of things online. Like, I'm just not a good online makeup shopper. I ended up going with Finders Keepers, which I think is gonna be like, maybe it'll be okay. I think it's just a little dark. I would have preferred it to be more of like a mauve-y color and less of a like nude color. I don't know, it looked good on the model. I thought her and I had similar skin tones, but alas, just no good there. But those are the items I grabbed from Colorpop. The last place I made an order from was elf.com. They had some kind of specials going on, plus I was like desperately out of a couple of things I needed, and so I decided to make a purchase. The first thing, which has me so excited, is I got an email that they updated the daily brush cleaner to the jumbo size, which I am all about because I feel like I have been plowing through these as of late, and even though I try to stockpile buying them, I feel like I'm still going through them really fast, so I'm all about the bigger size. I ended up getting 3 of them because I love them so much. I'm pretty sure these are $5 for this size compared to, I think it used to be $3 for the smaller one. I just don't remember, but very happy with this. Formula still seems to be the same, just put it in a bigger package, and they made the packaging a bit different from the makeup setting spray. If you've been here long enough, you know that I once placed an order for like 4 of these, but it was actually the setting spray and not the daily brush cleanser, and it was a real problem for me, but big fan of these, happy to have a back stock of them, and I should not run out of it for a very long time. I also was searching around their like new stuff section, and I came across this kind of weird item, but basically, I don't know what they call this, but it essentially is a item that you can put on your wrist. I tend to be using it in this fashion, and you can squeeze foundation or product on here, and it basically gives you a place to either mix product, or it's a place where you're just not putting things on your hand. I've seen a lot of people spend a lot more money on these type of products, and they say how it is really helpful for not wasting product or not having to constantly, you know, have stuff absorbed into your skin on your arms and stuff, and I like the idea of that because I'm tired of having to constantly have crap on my hands. So I think this was only like $2 or $3, so I figured for that price, if it was awful and didn't work, fine, whatever. But I've actually been using this a lot, and I really like it. I'm gonna do a full follow-up review once I test out the rest of the items from this haul, but so far, I'm a fan of this. I also picked up the Make Me Matte e.l.f. setting powder. I am not someone who looks to be super matte. I'm not someone who is super oily skin, but I also don't mind looking like a little glowy. So when I bought this, I immediately thought that this could perhaps be similar to the Urban Decay Velvetizer. I have seen some people use that to mix or just to set their under eye concealer with, and they've talked about how it really helps to set and fill fine lines. And the description of this and how to use this is really similar to the Urban Decay Velvetizer, even though I've never actually used that. So I picked it up in hopes that it could be used that way. I'm planning on getting the Velvetizer during the Sephora VIB spring sale, so then I can actually compare them side by side. So I'm gonna hold off on giving you guys my thoughts right now, but this is out there. It's on the pricier side, but I got it on sale, so it was okay. I also grabbed the On The Spot Blot Matte Blotting Papers. I have never used blotting papers, but I definitely feel like sometimes at school I tend to get sweaty, not oily, but sweaty, because my classroom can really range in temperature throughout the day. And so I feel like sometimes I would just like to blot my face a little bit, and I figured these would be good for it. I saw a review someone was raving about these, so I figured like, why not give them a try? I also picked up my first ever e.l.f. collaboration with Christian Siriano. I followed him when he was on Project Runway, and then he had that whole press on nails like moment, and then he had a Payless shoe collection come out, and now he has this e.l.f. collection come out. I don't know why he's suddenly super hot, because he hasn't been on Project Runway as a competitor in a while, but I got real sucked in on the packaging for this one, guys. I don't even know like what was going on, but the first thing I grabbed was the tinted lip oil in polished pink. I thought I would really like this, but I have found a couple of things with this. Lip oils, I don't really get the purpose of them. I think they're not quite like a lip gloss, and they're also not quite a lip balm. They're somewhere in the middle of the road, but packaging really, really pretty, sucked me in. I think this was only one of 2 colors that they came out with, so I grabbed this. And then also, like a fool, I grabbed the eyeshadow palette. Oh, look at this packaging, but like look at the really crazy colors that are in here. So I don't know, like I said, gonna do some playing with this, do a review for you guys, come back to you. I thought this would sell out pretty quickly like most of their collaborations, but I'm pretty sure it's still on the website. This was pretty fairly priced. I want to say it was $6 maybe, don't quote me on that, but I think I only paid $6, whether it was because there was a sale or some special going on, but I did grab this. All right, now for the giveaway, as mentioned in the title. I was sent in my e.l.f. purchase like literally a bunch of e.l.f. goodies, which I don't really have a need for, so I thought I would go ahead and send these to one of you guys. This has a Berry Sorbet matte lip color, the lip exfoliator, the matte color Tea Rose. It also has a clear gloss in this one. And then over here it has the Naked Prism eyeshadow, which I do have and like, the shimmering facial whip, and then there is a lip lacquer in natural. So if you would like to enter to win these items, go ahead and click the description box and you'll find out what you need. But that is it for me and this collective haul. If you've tried any of these things, let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.